I'm dismayed to hear the baseless claims coming from the President, from his team, and from many other elected Republican officials in Washington. I've been a Republican for 40 years. I've raised money for Republican candidates. I've knocked doors for Republican candidates. I've answered and made phone calls for Republican candidates. But this latest move to employ the Department of Justice in all of this is so wildly inappropriate. And stalling an orderly transition process, especially at a time like this, is equally unacceptable. I can't think of a worse time to stall a transition than amid a deadly pandemic that the federal government continues to own primary responsibility for responding to. The Trump campaign has legitimate legal challenges. They should bring them to court, and the court should deal with those as quickly and as fairly as possible. But I'm aware of no legitimate claims of wrongdoing anywhere near the scale it would take to affect this outcome, and there's no credible third-party entity that's verified the President's claims in any way. Continuing to make these claims erodes trust in the system to do. And let's not forget, there are Republican elected officials with major roles to play in the vote counting process in many of the states that are in dispute. Anybody who doubts that should take a look at some of Brad Raffensperger's comments, who's the current Republican Secretary of State in Georgia, about whether or not he thinks the process there was above board, proper, and appropriate. Orderly transitions of power are good for the country. They're good for the American people. There's simply no question on this. In every campaign season, we hear a lot about doing what's best for the country. And what this President is doing at this point in time is not in the best interest of this country. The administration needs to move forward and cooperate with the President-elect's transition team immediately.